Hello, I'm Ryan Sungli of Rappler.com alongside Nissia Cassiano, and we are joined today by one of the most talented UFC fighters in the world, John Dodson. Welcome to Manila, welcome to Rappler. How have you enjoyed Manila so far?
Oh man, it's been amazing. I've been sitting there enjoying myself with the food, the cuisine, and having all the such nice people give me such a warm embrace. Everybody's been willing to try to give me a hug, and I'm trying to give them a hug back, and all I get is a handshake.
Well, you know, I'll do you one better off camera.
Yes!
So, of course, everyone knows that you're one of the most talented fighters in the world, but some people may not know that you are also half Filipino. And this is your first time here in the Philippines. How have you been embracing the culture, your culture, really?
Well, I've been sitting there trying to absorb it as quickly as possible. It's kind of a jumping into the deep end of the pool, and everybody's asking the same, like asking that similar question. Hey, can you speak something? I'm like, no. Like, I'm more of an American than anything else. So, what you guys have to help me out and do is show me the more Filipino ways that I can learn. I want to adapt it so I can be more of that perfect hybrid that I keep on telling people that I am.
You got to just tell everyone, hey, kaya na, and everyone will be happy. That means let's eat, you know?
Okay,
That's,
kaya na, let's go ahead and eat.
that makes everyone smile. So how long are you here till?
I'm gonna be here for a few days. I'll be making sure tomorrow we're gonna go to the X Factor gym, and then after that, on Sunday we're gonna be having an open workout.
Mm-hmm. And do you have anything on your bucket list here on your first trip? And any specific sites that you wanted to check out or experiences specifically?
I don't have anything on my bucket list just yet, but right now all I want to know is how much of this culture I can absorb in, and so I can go ahead and introduce it to my type of family and have it as a part of have a growing history of my heritage.
Mm-hmm.
How is it like to be here, seeing it firsthand in Manila? It has been a long time coming for you.
It is, and it's kind of surreal for me.
Yeah.
Like, instead of going out, running around, and doing what I normally do in a new city, just blitz everything as fast as I can and run through the city. I got a security team, and I have to make sure I have them with me at all times. And it's kind of like I want to explore everything as soon as possible. I know I got all these obligations that I have, so I have to keep up with all my responsibilities firsthand before I can go ahead and be a tourist secondhand.
Now, how do you see the MMA landscape now in the Philippines since this is your first day on your tour?
Well, since this is the first day on my tour on the MMA, I've seen a lot of not only the personalities that they have come through, but all the media outlets. They have a lot of intelligent questions, and I want to see what the fans are going to be bringing as well. Do they have that desire to sit there and be more than just a fan and be integrated into the culture, not only follow me to push me forward, but help push other fighters as well?
Mm-hmm. No, actually, because you know, MMA has taken off a lot here. Of course, it was announced earlier today that the UFC will be coming back in October. It'll be their second show here. You've seen how it's grown in popularity. Have you gotten a chance to look at some of the fighters that were raised here, and have you had a chance to reach out to any of your, this is another Filipino word,
Kababayan.
kababayans. He had to teach me that too. Have you had a chance to look at some of your kababayans and give them any advice for their styles?
No, I haven't got a chance to go ahead and meet any of the fighters that are grown locally here, but I do get a chance to tomorrow. And by the chance that I get done with them, hopefully they can learn a lot of things from me so that they can further their MMA career, and I can learn a lot from them so I can know about my Filipino heritage.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we saw the first show. We had it was jam-packed, lots of Filipino talent, and of course we saw Mark Munoz had his farewell fight. Are you having any hopes that you can be on that next show that comes here?
Man, not only do I have high hopes, but I have high aspirations to be on it. Like, not only can I be the guy to go ahead and headline the card and be the main event, or if I'm not even on the main event, just make sure that I can bring out my mother and my family. Because my mom hasn't been back here for close to over 40 years, and that's a little sad thing to say. Like, she didn't have enough money to come back, and I haven't had enough money or time to sit there and bring her back and have her show me around. And I can't wait to do that on the next trip that I can.
I wouldn't ask you about that because, of course, you were raised in is it Albuquerque, New Mexico. Did you have much exposure to the culture growing up as a child?
Yeah, because we have like a little Filipino community in Albuquerque. It's just like where we were, everybody was sitting there cooking, talking, hanging out, and everybody just stayed together, which was cool. And for the longest time, I didn't know that I was black. Everyone kept on telling me that I was Filipino, so I thought I was Filipino throughout I was growing up until somebody in the further word started using that N-word at me, and they kept on pointing at me. I was like, what the hell does that mean? I had to ask my mom, and she was so confused how to explain that to me. And like, well, son, you're kind of black. I was like, oh, all right, that works. That makes sense now.
So obviously, you can understand, the world, and you've been exposed to a lot of different things. In your capacity as a fighter, as a global figure now, what messages, from your experiences, what messages have you tried to share with the world to, in any way, make it a better place?
Just be happy. Like, you can't sit there and think that you're not going to do anything because you're going to be a doubter. You have all those trolls online that sit there willing to bring you down. Instead of people like me who are sitting there trying to inspire people to be great. I always want somebody to be greater than what they were 2 seconds ago. Instead of being the better person from yesterday, just be a better person today.
So you'll actually find a lot of camaraderie here at Rappler. We know a couple things about dealing with trolls. I got to ask you about, I was going through some of your Wikipedia pages, noticed that you're a big fan of pancit. How have you enjoyed the homegrown pancit here?
I haven't tried any yet, but once I get a full taste of it, I'm going to be just eating it, pounds of it.
Just got, right there, you might eat yourself into the next weight class then.
Well, hopefully, because I'm already like 160, so we'll see
nice.
how that goes.
So you bring that strength from up there down to you're a bantamweight now, right? So you're bringing all that strength from there.
Well, I've been doing that exact same thing, going down to flyweight. I'm always walking around really heavy, but I always make the cut so I can go ahead and compete at a weight class that's more suited for my body type. Like, we've already seen everybody at lightweight who's over 6 foot tall, and my arms can only go so long, or can reach so high. My kicks can only go so low.
You seem to be open with your mom. What is the impact of your mother in your life, especially embracing the Filipino culture?
Like, my mother is a very loving woman. She always taught me that anything that I can do, I can be. If I want to make sure that I'm going to do as hard as possible to make my life the way that I want it to be. She's done it for me every step of the way, and yet she wants to tell me what she wants. And as being a Filipino mother, she shows me the heart of what a true person can be.
I was like, last year, you were nursing an ACL injury, and May 16, 2015, there was a UFC event here. How is it like that you're sitting at home and you're not competing on that card?
Well, it always sucks being sidelined. Like, going through an ACL injury is one of the things that is more mentally challenging than anything physical. Physically, I can recover and my body will heal, but mentally, like, I have to go through the whole endeavors of not being able to train, to sit there and watch other people sit there and fight. I had to watch Demetrius Johnson fight not Henry Cejudo, fight, I can't even remember the guy's name, but I had to go and fight somebody in my place, and it sucked because that should have been my fight.
A year later, now you're bringing the good news that UFC is coming back on October 15th. How is it like that you found out that you're going to bring the good news to the people of the Philippines?
Well, it was kind of awesome because I got to be the messenger for everything else. I got to be the guy who not only I didn't set the stone or pave the way, but I got to sit there and put a new foundation down. I got to lay a new building, sit there and tell everybody, yo, this is the new place that we're going to be at, so let's go here. October 15th, UFC.
And hopefully we're going to see you on that poster. Of course.
You just want to see me on the poster? You don't even want to see me on the card?
Well, maybe,
I see how this guy is.
Well, maybe also, because we don't want to be false advertising. If there's on the poster, you have to be in the ring, on the cage too. So tell us, actually, because obviously it's your first time, I imagine there's so much overload to your senses and just the experience. But we recall there were so many great MMA fighters of the past, and even boxers like Manny Pacquiao is retired, Mark Munoz is retired. Do you hope to kind of carry that torch a bit now that that the landscape is open and it's wide open? And do you hope to be that next Filipino fighter that people look to and they wave the flag when he fights?
Of course. Like, why not carry a torch that everybody else been passing? Like, it's been passed down. And it's not even being passed down; it's being passed around. And we want to make sure that we can continue on representing the Philippines the best way as possible. And yet, and if I have to be the next ambassador to do it, I'll do it with a great smile and keep on knocking people out with these heavy hands of mine.
Nice. Well, you're certainly not lacking for confidence. I want to ask you, obviously there's so many machinations that go into making big time fights. Say you get to play the matchmaker for yourself. Who are the guys that you would love to do battle with?
Everybody in the roster. Because everybody in the roster has said no to me. So if I have to sit there and pick and choose, I can sit there. If they can pick and choose, I want them to just go ahead and line up so I can knock out every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Whether it be TJ Dillashaw, Dominic Cruz, Uriah Faber, Ryan Caraway, Thomas Almeida, Aljamain Sterling, Cody No Love, the list goes on, and yet everybody wants to keep on telling me no. Just stand in front of me and we'll see what happens. I'll be willing to stand and bang and trade with you if you want to try to do a jiu-jitsu match. I will showcase a new skill that you guys have not seen from me yet. Well, in the octagon anyways.
Hopefully so.
Yeah, do you have your heart set at 135, or do you still put a small opening for 125?
Well, there's not a small opening. I will have a big opening because of the fact that I still want to be a three-weight king. Yeah. I'm going to be that three-weight king fighting at 125, 35, and 145. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll make sure I'll hold 135, 145, and 155. Yeah. I'm going to be the best that the world has ever seen, and not only that, everybody will follow me.
Matthew announced that they're planning that Demetrius Johnson is planning to move up at bantamweight. What can you say about the possibility that you and DJ can cross paths again?
Well, that possibility is pretty high because of the fact that how I knocked out Manny Gambuyan in 47 seconds, and Demetrius Johnson is getting tired at 125. Yeah. If he wants to go ahead and move up, he's going to have to fight Dominic Cruz. And if he doesn't fight Dominic Cruz before I do, then he's going to probably just have to fight me because I know that I'll win against Dominic Cruz.
Do you see any reason why you wouldn't be next to get a shot at Cruz, or do you see that there are things you have to do or fighters that you have to beat in between before you can get that shot?
Well, before I can get a shot to Dominic Cruz, I have to fight everybody that's in front of me. Mm-hmm. And since everybody in front of me keeps on saying no, I want them to start piling up so I can start knocking them out one by one. Mm-hmm. We can make a little line of how many people I start knocking out. I've already did it to TJ Dillashaw, 1 minute 24 seconds. So we can put everybody else on that hit list too.
Yeah, no, I noticed that you don't take very long sometimes in getting your fights finished with. I have to ask you, of course, of all these great accomplishments that you've had and these fighters that you've beaten, which one stands out to you as your brightest moment?
My brightest moment is knocking out Jussi Formiga because of the fact that he was crowned as the best fighter in the world at 125, and I got to go ahead and knock him out. I finished him in a way that no one else has, and not only that, I showed everybody that I am the best. I knocked out him, he was number one, and, well, I ended up dropping Demetrius Johnson 3 times, and I thought I won that first fight. Mm-hmm. So me and him technically supposed to be 1-1.
What fight do you think that will catapult you into the top 5? Especially right now, you're ranked number 9. To me, it seems unfair because you're a 2-time flyweight title contender, then moving to bantamweight, then you're ranked number 9.
Well, I want to fight somebody that's going to put me up there. I was going to fight Brian Caraway, but apparently then he doesn't want to fight me. So they asked for Cody No Love, and apparently he's fighting Takeo Mizugaki. So whoever the UFC puts in front of me will put me ahead of everyone. It doesn't matter if it's going to be Uriah Faber, who just came off a loss. Well, I don't want to fight because he just came off a loss. I want somebody that's winning. That sucks to fight somebody that's a loser.
Do you seem a little bit disappointed that people are pairing DJ to Dominic Cruz this early, but somehow you moved to bantamweight? You're a big name at flyweight also.
You know, his name can be out there being praised as one of the great fighters and doing this and that, but the same thing's gonna happen when Dominic Cruz fights Demetrius Johnson, and Demetrius Johnson is gonna lose to him a second time. He's not gonna be able to deal with his strength, and DJ's gonna be trying to punch around and try and throw a little bit more shots. I don't care about that fight because of the fact that whoever wins that one, I'm gonna fight them next.
Do you feel stronger at 135?
Of course I feel stronger, I'm bigger.
I mean, he's walking around 160. I mean, I must have been some kind of a real struggle to get down to flyweight before. I mean, he must have been there for like 30 seconds, and then...
I don't know, I had to hold 125 for a good, at least 2-3 hours.
Oh, man.
So, like, my body is literally dying.
Well, at least now, you can feel some life before a weigh-in. Well, you heard it here, this is the new era of Filipino MMA fighters. We need to see those Filipino flags out. If God willing, you make it to the October 15th show. We want to hear the mabuhais from the crowd. You are carrying the Filipino flag for the MMA fighters. So of course, here at Rappler, we wish you the best. Do you have anything you want to say to the MMA fans, the Filipinos, your compatriots here in the country?
Thank you guys for all your love and support. I know that I'm going to do you guys proud just because I have the guy that will be doing it with a smile. If you guys aren't satisfied with what my work is, then let me know, and I'll make sure I can do it how you guys want it. Do you want it in a spectacular knockout, flashy head kicks, or we can do it in some crazy style of submission?
I'll let Nissy grab the last question.
Yeah,
here.
to cap this off, who is your favorite Ninja Turtles member, and how will he fare inside the octagon?
Well, if I had to pick one, it had to be Donatello. The man was such a nerdy dude, but yeah, he proved to the world that nerds could be cool.
Yeah.
And not only that, they could be super dope. Yeah. See how slick he is? He's the one creating every single technology that they had, and they all depended on him. I was sad that he died, though. Yeah. And if he had to go in the octagon with me, well, we already know who's going to win.
Yeah. But you would want to hang out, I would imagine, more with Michelangelo, as he was noted to be a party dude.
Yeah, but I'd rather sit there and hang out with Raph because me and him can go sit there and fight each other all the day.
But he's a bit rude.
Yeah, but he's the rude one, but he's also the best fighter.
Good point there.
Yeah. Can we have a cowabunga for that?
Cowabunga, dude.
All right, well, I'm Ryan Sangalia for Nissia Casiano. We thank our guest, John Dodson. Everyone for tuning in. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.